Carlos Alcaraz shares the mistake he has been making since Jannik Sinner's suspension started. Carlos Alcaraz has made his way into another final, with Lorenzo Musetti now awaiting him at the Monte Carlo Masters. Andy Roddick thinks Alcaraz has raised his intensity at the Monte Carlo Masters, which represents his first clay court event of the season. Alcaraz missed the last two editions of the ATP Masters 1000 event through injury, while he lost his opener on his only other appearance. But the four-time Grand Slam champion is now fighting for a second ATP title of 2025, having already won in Rotterdam. Alcaraz currently occupies third spot in the world rankings, behind Jannik Sinner and Alexander Zverev in first and second place respectively. Carlos Alcaraz thought too much about Jannik Sinner's world #1 ranking. Sinner is currently out of action due to a doping suspension, with Alcaraz now sharing whether he has managed to free himself of the pressure of that absence during his time in Monaco. Since Jannik stopped playing, a lot of people have asked me questions and talked about the possibility that I had in his absence to be #1 again and win tournaments, Alcaraz said after his latest win. Read more. Holger Rune picks who he thinks is possibly the best player in the world on clay courts right now. So, in a way, I probably thought too much about it instead of playing my good tennis and enjoying the court and the game to the fullest. After Miami, I understood which path I had to take, which things I had to do. It's not about thinking about the results. It's not about thinking about anything other than having fun. For me, the most important thing is not to give weight to people's expectations or comments about me. That's what I'm trying to do. I think I do pretty well by focusing on the people around me, my family, my team, and nothing else. Carlos Alcaraz rates his clay game level ahead of Monte Carlo Masters final. Alcaraz headed into the Monte Carlo Masters on the back of a huge upset, having lost his first match at the Miami Open. David Goffin beat the second seed at the hard court tournament after the Spaniard had just reached the semi-finals of Indian Wells. But he has now returned to winning ways, with his compatriot Alejandro Davidovich Fokina his latest victim in Monaco. Asked if he has reached the level he hoped to reach in his first clay event of 2025, Alcaraz replied, "I would say that I am happy to have reached this level, but I think I could do better. Yes, it is the first tournament on clay. You have to get used to these conditions. The ball arrives in a different way. Playing on clay is different anyway. I reached the level I wanted at the beginning of the week. Once I reached that level, I had to continue to improve, to get better, and hopefully be even better for the final." And when asked if he thinks he played his best game of the tournament against Fokina, the finalist responded, "Yeah, I think I played my best match of this tournament. I think I didn't let my opponent dominate the match or come back. I played good tennis throughout the match at a really consistent level, so I'm really happy with how I did it today."